I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. And I really want to talk about this. What's crazy is that a beautiful woman, and everybody else can see that she's attractive and that she's pretty, it's almost like they want her to like humble herself. They want her to dim her light. They want her to not just be her bold, beautiful self, because it's gonna make everybody else around them feel insecure. It's like they could see a woman that's just naturally beautiful and pretty, but they want to keep her as bare and as dim as she possibly can be, because they like anything else, she gonna outshine everybody. And that's one thing. Another thing is that it's a real legitimate thing that other girls or even males can hate on another female, hate on another woman, be jealous of her, simply for the fact that she is pretty. And if a pretty woman or a pretty girl was to come out saying that little group of girls over there or that group of young women over there dislike me simply because I'm pretty, look at me and look at them. This ain't being conceited, bro. It's like, look at how beautiful I am. Look at how naturally beautiful I am. Those women over there are envious of me because they are not as pretty as me. They would look at the girl that's saying this, that's speaking her truth, because that's really what's going on. They look at her like she's the bad one, because it's almost like when it comes to women that are not as conventionally attractive and they're insecure and they're bullies and they're mean girls, they don't want to hurt their feelings and tell them. It's almost like they want to protect the mean girls and they want the pretty girls to just suffer because they're like, you're pretty, you should just go ahead and put up with it. No, bro, you got to understand, pretty women do not have it easier. We didn't ask to look this good, so please stop thinking that just because a woman is pretty that she don't go through shit, because she does. And the crazy part about it is this world, this society likes to basically shun pretty women for being pretty and for calling out the bullshit of how other people are jealous of her. Now listen, if she's a pretty woman and she has a good heart, a good spirit, a good soul, she's got a great personality, she's not mean, she's not nasty, she's beautiful from the inside out, and if other people are envious of her, it's because it's a lot of that jealousy, right? But the crazy part about this world is that she's not allowed to admit that. She's not allowed to admit that people are hating on her just because she's pretty, because it's going to make those other people look so shallow and superficial and so weak and just so insecure and have such low self-worth and self-esteem, because it's like, how can you dislike a person just because they are pretty? You are shallow. No one wants to be in that bracket, so they would instead rather the pretty woman just like pretend that there's another reason as to why these girls that don't even know her from a lick of paint dislike her for no apparent reason. And only pretty women understand what I'm saying. Let me tell you something. Women that are pretty, women that are attractive, and they're talking about their experiences, they're speaking their truth because they have been through trauma and pain and hurt at the hands of other women, for the common denominator of the fact that because she is pretty, believe her. Because that's a conversation that this world just don't want to have. But you know what? Terry Ann Bell, ring a bell. I'm going to come out here and speak this truth. God gave me that gift of natural beauty and other women natural beauty for a reason, to show that people will hate you just because you look good. You could be a great person, good soul, kind and genuine, have pure intentions for everybody that you come across, and people will still shit all over you because you are pretty. And then intuitively, she can feel, these people dislike me. I have done nothing to them. I have done nothing to them personally, intentionally. All I've been doing has been good to these people, and they hate me. It's because you're pretty. Because God wants to show how shallow and superficial people can be, where they're all about the flesh. They're all about the ego. They're comparing the egos. They're like, that flesh, that vessel looks good than my flesh, than my vessel. So what the flesh just starts to do is the flesh reacts. The flesh reacts in such a negative way. When you have women coming out here speaking their truth, it's because they have been hurt and they have been invalidated. People have not believed them. People try to gaslight them and say, I don't even think it's jealousy. I don't think it's because you're pretty. I think maybe it's... No, bro. Sometimes it is what it is. Sometimes you have to just call a spade a motherfucking spade. Because let me tell you something. It's people out here in this world that will never admit to you that they dislike you because you look good. Because they do not want to be seen and deemed as shallow and superficial. They don't want to be seen for who they are. Okay, and they want to gaslight these other people because they want to demonize beautiful people so much because these people are insecure. And nobody want to have that conversation. They want to look at and be like, oh, you're conceited, or you just think people are jealous of you. Sometimes that really is the case. Let's just be fucking for real. And she's fed up and she wants to speak her truth because she's like, my feelings are real. This is a real legitimate thing that happened and I will speak on it. I'm not keeping my silence.